CryptoSLO, cryptocurrency news and investing.
CryptoSLO with more crypto gains. Today we are talking about, is there such thing as a fair launch? Well, recently, if you're a subscriber to my channel, you watched the overview of this new X16S coin called ReefCoin. The goal of the coin was to effectively do a fair launch, because a lot of times when these coins launch, there's people that are mining for a week at low difficulty, and the rich list is stacked with 25 people that have millions of coins, and then everyone complains it wasn't fair, or the flip side, there's a pre-mine, which a lot of people don't see as fair, because effectively, again, it creates whales, and the whales can always crush a coin at any given moment if someone decides to dump a lot of coins into the market. So the premise of this was that this coin uses master nodes. So until the first master node was set up, they were going to be CPU mining. So once again, the concept here was, we're going to make it fair. We're going to make it so only people can CPU mine during the first, X blocks until the first master node is set up. Well, this, from the start, so I was in the Discord. I was live watching this whole thing from the 12 noon launch Eastern New York time. And let me just say, it was a freaking complete disaster, because shortly before the launch, it comes to attention that people had figured out how to GPU mine, bypassing the master node situation. Now, with that being said, your GPUs would mine for 10-15 seconds, and then they would go offline, because the wallet, in essence, was in this loop where it would not reach 100% sync, and that's because the first master node wasn't up. Well, reality is, how fair is it if anyone's using a GPU at all? So ReefCoin responded by posting the public how to solo mine with the GPU. Once again, we're supposed to be CPU mining so that it was fair for everyone. So right off the bat, people were already trying to figure out ways around it so that they could get more coins proportionally to everybody else. Okay. Meanwhile, the Discord is just completely blowing up. I mean, it's just you can't even, it wasn't even conversations. It was just people blasting, people that were new, people that were trying to get their solo mining working. Well, and another step that Reef tried was they made the first 500 blocks a zero reward. The concept behind that was to give people time as word spread to get online and get their setup going. Well, keep in mind, this coin was very effectively marketed. They have a very slick website. I think everyone thought they were going to get huge bags in the beginning. And okay, so we're progressing. Now, all of a sudden, a massive amount of bandwidth comes online on the Explorer. Come to find out, two pools, ArcPool, I think it was ArcPool and ProtoPool, figured out how to bypass the only CPU, GPU solo mining situation, and they were able to blast this thing with 20 to 50 gigahash while everyone else was mining with their CPUs. So how freaking fair is that? So, all of a sudden the difficulty on this thing skyrockets. Meanwhile, things are crashing, pools are going down. And then everyone else is just hey, just turn all the pools on and let's get this coin going. Well, then, I guess, come to find out, there was a bunch of people that rented mining rig rentals, invested quite a bit of energy and resources in this. Now, just to give you an idea, my buddy had close to 20 1080s pointed at this solo mining, and he got 0 coins. And this, like, I was getting 0 coins. Like, somebody was getting all the coins. There was like 1 million coins online. And I'm like, where are all the freaking coins going? It was obviously to the cheaters that bypassed the system. Well, then the dev gets hit up and says, hey, the community was like, let's do a revote. Well, I guess the vote was open for 5 minutes. Basically, the vote was, should we do a restart at the beginning, and burn all the coins that people earned. Well, supposedly the restart did not succeed, and it was voted that the coin should move forward. So, meanwhile, everyone else, basically, they go ahead and they get these coins online, get these pools online. Well, come to find out, the founder is losing his 10% founder's reward, because I guess that's kind of how this whole coin is funded. So because those pools bypassed what everyone was supposed to be doing, then the founder was losing his reward. Well, then all the pools come online. And then, but now alt tank is hitting 51%. So technically the coin could have been under attack right from the beginning. But obviously alt tank's a good guy. There was no funny business there. But that pool had all the things. Well, I had my miners pointed at this thing, and the stratums kept freaking crashing, timing out, just problem after problem. I checked my rig several times. I was not getting crap for this coin, and I had quite a bit of hash rate pointed at it, and the pools just kept crashing. Network was unstable, and they claim it's because the first master node wasn't up and everyone was mining when they weren't supposed to be mining. So, end of story. A couple days later, I've only got like a couple thousand coins. Complete disaster of a launch. And if you look, now this thing's sitting at 2890 difficulty with 157 gigahash. So now the difficulty's up. You're really not going to get a ton of coins. So basically your dreams of getting that big bag have been lost. So, in summary, what have we learned from this? Number one, if a coin is marketed well, it's going to have a lot of attention at launch, and you're not going to get a big bag at low difficulty. It's just not going to happen. Now, if the coin wasn't marketed well, they don't have a website, and they just kind of do their quiet Bitcoin announcement on Bitcoin Talk, you might get a good bag. Number two, if any possibility to game or cheat the system, it will be exploited. That's just how it is. Basically, those two pools ruined the entire launch that these devs had worked so hard to launch, to try to make as fair as possible. So, with that being said, is there such thing as a fair launch? I would say no, because in today's era, people are always going to hack, cheat, or exploit if there's any possibility of doing it. Give props to the dev. They tried their hardest. I don't know if a restart would have helped. But one thing's for sure, I've been following the Discord, and there seems to be, for as many pissed off people there are in the Discord, people are still trying to get their hands on this coin. And I don't know if it's so they can do OTC trading, or they think that this is going to magically be worth a ton of money. The reality is this could be another pigeon coin, and the bandwidth is going to drop and the difficulty is going to drop. I mean, the coin does have 25 billion coins, so that is a ton of coins. I can't imagine that when there's not even a price, it's not even listed on anything, that this attention is going to stay. So I don't know. One thing's for sure, though, they got a slick website, active community, and if you want, check this coin out. But, once again, this whole fair launch thing, I would say one last thing. Maybe they shouldn't have spent so much resources saying that it was going to be a fair launch, because sometimes when you say you're something, that's the primary thing that people are going to focus on, and if it doesn't happen, the whole thing kind of looks like a disaster. But anyways, regardless, this was my first time being in at block 0 on a coin. It was definitely an interesting experience. Will I do it again? For sure. I mean, this is crypto experience, makes you a little smarter, a little wiser. With that being said, I'm still going to continue to mine this coin, and I'll see what happens with the price. This is CryptoSLO. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.